with this Air Canada strike that happened, passengers were still owed alternate transportation, including on competitor airlines.
With the Air Canada strike now over, air passenger rights advocates say this is a clear example of why Canada's existing air passenger protection regulations aren't good enough.
The APPRs, as I mentioned earlier, were never built for this.
Under the Air Passenger Bill of Rights, or APPR, grounded Air Canada passengers were owed alternate transportation to their destination during the strike. But in many cases, the company said that just wasn't possible.
It just sent people emails that we cannot rebook you. And we searched so many other airlines. Passengers time after time found that when they went to another airline, they were able to find seats for themselves. Air Canada was required to pay for those seats and rebook passengers on its own.
The carrier is now covering those costs, part of what it's calling an exceptional policy. But one former Air Canada employee says it's
nothing new, nothing magical, nothing exceptional. They're just following the rules.
John Gradick worked in senior operations and says penalties for violating the APPR are so low, companies aren't inclined to comply. In this case, Gradick questions if Air Canada really did everything possible.
I don't care how you do it. You charter airplanes, you bring in extra crews. I could have gotten you 30 airplanes with crews if you wanted from charter carriers the world over to come in and fly these passengers, even with a strike. So don't tell me that, you're sticking your head in the sand. Well, the market doesn't have seats. Create the seats.
Gradick and Gabor Lukash of Air Passenger Rights say to get change, significant monetary penalties are needed.
It remains more profitable for airlines in general to defy the law, to disobey the law, than to actually systematically comply.
City News contacted the Office of Transport Minister Chrystia Freeland for comment. In a statement, Transport Canada says proposed amendments to the APPR were published last December, which would further protect passengers, adding that the changes include clarification about the minimum assistance the air carrier must provide to passengers in case of all flight disruptions, including in exceptional circumstances such as labor disputes. However, there's no information on if those proposals will actually be enacted. In Ottawa, Xiao Li, City News.